It's been a while since I've done one of these. There has been a serious lack of ghost videos on this channel, which changes today. This is Slapped Ham Scary Videos that'll... I just noticed there's a face in that door. That is honestly one of my biggest fears. Just you open your curtains or your blinds or you look out your door and there's just somebody or something just sitting there or standing there staring at you. And I know where that fear came from. I know exactly where it came from. There was two instances of it. When I was younger, I guess, kinda. Well, yeah, I would have been younger. I was like 14, 15, maybe even 16. But the way my old house layout was it was my room, my mom's room, and then beside mine there was another room for the band to practice or jam or whatever. One night, this was like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. It was just me there too at the time. My mom came home and she walked down the hallway into her room, and I heard the light turning on, and I heard the blinds open, and she fucking screamed. Like extremely loud. So to come into the house, there was two entrances. There was the front and then there was the side. You go through the side and you would walk through the carport into the backyard. And we built a deck. It was like 2-3 steps. But the way, or the place where the deck was situated, was if you walked up the stairs and stood on the deck, you could see into my room and her room. She screamed and she came running back down the hall. And she said, "There's someone in the backyard," or "There's someone on the deck," staring into her room. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not good. And apparently the guy, because there was railings all around the deck, and apparently there was somebody, she could see the silhouette of somebody on the deck, on the railing of the deck, like this, just staring into her room. And apparently she screamed, and before she ran out, she looked back. Guy was still there. The scream did not bother her at all. And then, so that was, see, just picturing that in my head. I didn't see it, but just the image of a silhouette of a guy like that on the deck. And then a few months later, I switched rooms. So my room was here, and I moved my room to the other room and the band's room into the bigger room, which was my room. And this was like, once again, this was at like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. My buddy went to go into the back room to grab his guitar. And I heard him walk down the hall. There was a few of us. There was 3 of us, to be exact, me and 2 other people. I saw him walk down the hall, and then I saw him disappear a little bit into the room to grab his guitar, and then I heard the light turn on. And then he came full on sprinting down the hall, and he's like, "There's somebody fucking looking in the window." And it wasn't like this against the railing. Like apparently it was like nose to nose with the window. This time we weren't having it. We went out the side door and we chased him. We hopped 2 fences into my neighbor's backyard. I guess it'd be my neighbor, the guy that lived behind me. Ran up, we hopped another fence onto the road. By the time we got up onto the road, he was gone. We think we might know who it was, but mind you, this guy that got scared, nothing scared him. Like, literally nothing. This is the kind of guy that would have fought a car if he was mad enough. And the look of just pure panic and fear on his face kind of like snapped us both like, oh shit, he is not lying. He was terrified. We think we know who it was, but that's why I say him. We're pretty sure anyway. But that's where that fear came from, opening a window and just seeing somebody in your window. I will never forget that. Like, it was when he came out and he said, there's someone fucking looking in the window. Just the fear that washed over me was, oh my God, because they're going to leave. They're going to go home. And I'm going to be here by myself. And that guy could come back. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Anyway, before I get going, be sure to subscribe. Helps me out so much. Patreon is in the description down below.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some super scary video clips that may just give you nightmares. But as always, before we dive in, remember to hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like...
See, now I'm thinking about that guy in the backyard and it fucking gives me the chills, the creeps, whatever.
this.
The first scary video on our list was uploaded to TikTok by Creepy Tix. It appears to have been recorded on a security camera in some sort of warehouse. As the camera rolls, a man walks into view. But take a look at what happens next. He suddenly begins flailing about as if fighting something off that's attacking him from above. Several co-workers rush to his aid, but he appears unresponsive.
That looks like he had a seizure.
Several co-workers rush to his aid, but he appears unresponsive.
Yeah, look how stiff he is. That's a seizure.
Some think the man could be possessed or even fighting off some sort of paranormal entity. However, more skeptical viewers have suggested he might just be suffering from some kind of medical episode. So what do you think? Was this man really attacked by something? And if so, why can't we see it? Let me know your theories.
Because isn't there... That looked like a grand mal seizure, to be honest. But isn't there certain types of seizures, I guess they all do, but there are ones more than others, that kind of make your brain misfire? And you start acting erratically. Because I know there's the grand mal where your whole body seizes up and you can't do anything. And then there's another kind, I can't remember what they're called, but it's basically like a silent seizure, I think is what it is. Like you're sitting there talking or having dinner or whatever, and then all of a sudden you just do this. I know that's a type of one. That looks like his brain started misfiring, which kind of led into the grand mal.
About this one in the comments down below.
And then see how he just goes down and then he starts... And then look how stiff he is. I think that's just a seizure.
Boat. Clicky your info. XXX Tentacion, rest in peace.
On Halloween night in 2018, popular YouTuber The Fam decided to visit the gravesite of rapper XXX Tentacion. While filming B-roll content for the video, many think that they may have inadvertently captured the spirit of the musician on camera. On 18th of June 2018, Jarse Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy, known to his fans as XXX Tentacion, was shot and killed by two armed men who stopped his vehicle. The rapper left behind a prominent, if controversial, legacy, having influenced many musicians during his short life. In the beginning of the Fam's video, we see the YouTuber attempting to make contact with the rapper using a spirit box.
Alright, X, I've set up this spirit box here. If you have anything to say, let us know.
The B-roll footage then begins, setting the scene for the video.
I
Take
know
a look
what's
at what's
coming
been
and-
captured.
It moves, it moves, it moves. Oh my god, it moves.
Just as the camera begins to pan up from the base of the rapper's memorial, there's an eerie, otherworldly face that appears to be watching through the glass. Some viewers believe that the face could be that of XXX Tentacion himself. Later in the video, we see the YouTuber using the spirit box once again.
It's Halloween, man. I heard you used to like Halloween. It was one of your favorite holidays.
As he places it down, it seems to rock back and forth inexplicably.
Whoa, was that just moving? Wait a minute, was that thing just moving?
Then, when he asks, "Is there anything you want to say to anyone?" it sounds as if a muffled voice answers with, "Nope."
X, is there anything you want to say to anyone? Nope. Hey man, that's all good. It sounds like him.
Is this the voice of the famous rapper reaching out from beyond the grave? Take another listen and tell me what you think it is in the comments down below.
X, is there anything you want to say to anyone? Nope.
That's definitely a nope. There's
These
another
next two
one.
videos were uploaded to our Slaptam subreddit
That's another one. Shit in the woods.
by user Haunted Luca. Recorded using a body camera, the footage was captured in the hinterland on the Sunshine Coast near Nambour in Queensland, Australia. In the first video, we see the hiker prepare to stop for a break near a rocky area. It seems an old tent has captured his attention and he wants to go in for a closer look. But take a look at what the camera captures lurking in the bushes. Keen-eyed viewers might be able to spot a tall, dark figure moving slowly behind the trees in the background.
Okay, but
A slow-motion shot reveals the figure in more detail. A few seconds later, we catch a second glimpse, like before.
okay, but that was directly in your line of sight. Camera or not, how did you not see that?
Or it can be hard to see without slow motion. In the second clip, the hiker stops to leave some bread along the trail for wildlife.
Yeah, did you see the big tree break over there?
However, it seems that something unexpected is watching from the thick foliage in the background.
Okay,
Take a look in the top right corner.
Either you have 0% perception of anything, because that's twice that has been right in front of you and you didn't see it. Or this is fake. But if it's not fake, like being in the woods, I don't want to say you're on high alert all the time, but you are very aware of your surroundings when you're in the woods, be it alone or with a group of people. It really doesn't matter. Especially if you're pretty deep in the woods, which it kind of looks like you are. You have to be very like perceptive and aware of like any sounds or sights or like wildlife. I don't know about this one. It could be real, but if it's real, then maybe next time you go into the woods like this, maybe you should take somebody else with you. Because if this is real and you're not aware of your surroundings in the woods, that doesn't end well.
The uploader believes that the mysterious figure in both videos is a yowie, the Australian equivalent of a Bigfoot. Yowies are described as tall, ape-like creatures with large feet. They're generally thought to be shy and docile. On occasion, they are said to emit a foul odour. During the 1850s, accounts of indigenous apes.
What's the North American version of that called? Is that the skunk ape? Apparently we have one around here. It's been spotted a few times. Now, I'm not saying Bigfoot doesn't exist or any variations of it like the Yeti, the skunk ape, the Yowie, but we have sent two little robots, maybe more, I think it's more, robots to Mars. We know more about the moon than the ocean. I have a hard time believing that nothing, like no satellites or like forestry equipment or anything like that, have caught a Bigfoot, but yet people just walking through the woods with cell phones or cameras or whatever are able to capture them. I don't know. I think they existed at one time, Gigantopithecus. There's not a doubt in my mind because it's been proven they have, or they did exist at one point. But no advanced equipment has caught one of these. I don't know. I am very skeptical of that.
Apes, or Yowies as they were known to some First Nation peoples at the time, appeared in the Australian Town and Country Journal. Some years later, amateur naturalist Henry James McCooey claimed to have seen one on the south coast of New South Wales. He said of his encounter, "A few days ago I saw one of these strange creatures on the coast between Bateman's Bay and Ulladulla. I should think that if they were standing perfectly upright it would be nearly 5 feet high. It was tailless and covered with very long black hair, which was of a dirty red or snuff colour about the throat and breast. Its eyes, which were small and restless, were partly hidden by matted hair that covered its head. I threw a stone at the animal, whereupon it immediately rushed off." So then, is there really an ape?
Leave it to humans, eh? You potentially found something that has never been discovered before. And what's your first thought to do? Let's throw a rock at it.
Whereupon it immediately rushed off. So then, is there really an ape-like cryptid roaming the forests of Australia? If so, do these hikers' videos prove the existence of this elusive creature?
No.
Take another look at the footage and let us know what you think in the comments down below.
No, I don't know. I have a hard time buying any
Yeah, did you see the
Bigfoot,
big tree break
Yowie,
over there?
Yeti, Sasquatch.
Good snap.
This game, you're not ready for it.
No, I sure am not.
If you work the night shift in any occupation, it seems inevitable that you can expect one or two creepy moments now and then.
Yeah.
However, there are some jobs that seem to create more than their fair share. According to Reddit user Master Bator, their friend works the night shift in a nursing home.
I used to work at a nursing home, 2 of them. I was a PSW, and I'm going to say, night shift or not, there are a lot of creepy things that happen in a home. Especially a long-term care facility. Horrifying.
On one occasion, he captured this photo of what looks like a pale, ghostly figure standing at the window. What makes the picture even creepier is that he said that the figure looked like one of his patients that had recently passed away. Many Redditors who viewed the image claim that the figure looks like a woman in a white dress with long dark hair covering her face. One in particular said it reminds them of Lisa, a ghost that appears in the Silent Hill playable teaser, while others thought it resembled Samara Morgan from the famous Ring films. So what would you do if you captured this photo? Would you burn it, find another job, or would you simply try and laugh it off as a very creepy case of pareidolia? Let me know down below.
No. Blinds are closed immediately if I see that.
Home security cameras often catch some rather bizarre and inexplicable things. Take a look at this footage uploaded to our official Slaptam community on Facebook by Carol Peters. The video begins rather uneventfully as we see the uploader's living room at night time. Suddenly, a strange shape begins to appear in the upper left corner of the room. It looks like it actually emerges from the wall. The orb-like object floats slowly towards the camera. It looks wispy and ethereal and seems to leave a tail of light as it moves. The camera even begins to track it, indicating that the device can sense that the object is indeed something very real in the room. Viewers have several different theories as to what the strange shape might be. Some think it could be an orb. According to paranormal investigators, orbs are sometimes said to be a common way for spirits to manifest, as it supposedly requires less energy. Others think it's probably just a bug or perhaps a sliver of light coming in through a window. However, this doesn't explain the way the object seems to emerge from the wall in the beginning of the video. This suggests it could be something else entirely. For now at least, this strange object will have to remain a mystery.
No, not in a church, please.
Has a ghost's testimony ever helped to convict a murderer? Well, according to this sign in Greenbrier County, West Virginia, it seems that it has. The sign, seen here in a photo posted to Reddit by user Mr. Bell, describes the tale of the Greenbrier ghost, a woman also known as Elva Zona Hester Shue. When Elva passed away in her home in 1897, her death was initially ruled to have been caused by childbirth. However, Elva's mother later came forward claiming that Elva's ghost had appeared at her bedside and revealed the true cause of her death: murder. According to Elva's ghost, her husband Erasmus had killed her. This was enough to convince her mother, who went to the local prosecutor and persuaded him to reopen the case. Elva's body was exhumed and an autopsy showed that her neck had been broken. Erasmus was subsequently arrested, and during this time in jail, investigators discovered that he had been married twice previously. His first wife had accused him of being a cruel man, and his second wife died under mysterious circumstances. Erasmus also bragged about his desire to have 7 wives. He was eventually found guilty of Elva's murder and sentenced to a life in prison. However, he narrowly escaped death by a lynch mob.
Yeah, now you're the wife.
And sentenced to a life in prison. However, he narrowly escaped death by a lynch mob that had formed to take him from the jail and hang him. Luckily for him, the mob was disbanded before any damage was done. Despite concerns from the prosecutors, Elva's mother spoke freely about her daughter's ghost on the witness stand. However, this only seemed to strengthen the case against Erasmus, as most of the townsfolk seemed to believe the story. Before we take a look at what many claim is some of the best Bigfoot footage.
That I fully believe. That the ghost came back and be like, hey, this is what happened. I fully believe that. Because and I guess, it happened to me, technically, it happened to my mom. But she had a dream once that my dad came to her in a dream and basically said to her, do not let your father, my grandfather, go down and work on the electricity today. Because right before that, she had a nightmare where he was downstairs working on the electricity and whatever happened and he got electrocuted. And that was it. So my mom woke up from that dream after my dad's ghost or whatever it was came to her and said, today, do not let him go down into the basement and let him work on the electricity. He was working on, I forget what they're called, but it's like, I guess it's like a power panel, like a fuse box kind of a thing, I suppose is the best I could describe it. But my mom woke up and she called my grandmother and said, okay, where's Dad? And my grandmother said, he's heading down into the basement to work on that panel. And she told her and said, do not let him go down and work on that today. She told her what happened. My grandma said, okay, you're not going down there and working on that today. The next day, I guess it would have been fine. I don't know how many days or weeks after he worked on it, but he got it done. It was something about that day that in her dream, he was working on something and he got electrocuted and he died. So that's first-hand account, second-hand account, I guess. Because I didn't experience it. I was just told everything about it and I was there when she called him or called my grandma and told her. So that I fully believe.
Before we take a look at what many claim is some of the best Bigfoot footage ever captured, remember to hit that subscribe button and tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications.
Do it. He's very good. If you're not, go subscribe to him. You will not be disappointed.
That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and creepy videos. Over the years, there have been countless photos and videos that claim to show evidence of the existence of Bigfoot. Usually the footage is poor and difficult to make out. However, every so often a video comes along that seems to show this elusive cryptid in relatively clear detail. Some who have viewed this footage, uploaded to YouTube by Josh Highcliffe, say it's one of the best Bigfoot videos they've ever seen. Take a look. According to the poster, he captured the footage while out hunting on his property in Tunica, Mississippi, when he heard a strange noise just behind him. Thinking it was a hog, he turned around to investigate. Scared, he immediately began recording what he saw. As you can see, a creature covered in black fur is crouched by a dead tree. Its body shape seems vaguely humanoid, but much wider and thicker than a typical human. It appears to be using its hands to dig out the stump of the tree. But when a noise suddenly startles it, it stands completely upright. According to the uploader, he estimates its height at approximately 7 feet tall. Unfortunately, we don't get a look at the creature's face, yet it seems that this footage is enough evidence to convince many viewers that this is a legitimate Bigfoot sighting. So what do you think? Could this be the big guy himself? Let me know your opinions in the comments down below.
Okay. Okay, this is what I don't get. You're trying to be quiet so you don't scare it or it doesn't know you're there. But it stands up and then you turn around and run away, which is extremely loud. Like, okay, let's say Bigfoot's real. Like, all variations of it are real. Do we know it's aggressive or is it docile? Is it scared of us, or is if it sees us, is it going to freak out and attack us? I don't know. There's just... Do I believe in Bigfoot? No. Do I think there's definitely animals out there that we haven't discovered? Absolutely. 100%. But a 7-foot ape-like creature walking around pretty much everywhere in the world, and no scientists or no animal researcher or biologist or whatever have discovered it. I don't know. Or maybe it's just really good at hiding. And then the videos we see, it got caught slipping. But I don't know. That's a very, very, very bold move to run away for something that has not been discovered yet, technically. I don't know.
Now,
okay. I think that's going to do it for Slapped Ham. What I love, I know I've said this before, is I love that all the videos he picks to upload, there's little to no guesswork, I guess. Or if there is guesswork, that's what makes this great too, because like, there's nothing more disappointing than seeing videos like, here's a ghost video, blah, blah, blah. You won't believe what happens. And you see it, and you're like, okay, that's not real. Quite clearly, it's not real. But all the videos that I've seen with Slapped Ham, it's like, okay, that's legit, or I don't know, is that real? Is it not? That's what... I guess that's the mark of a true ghost video. Or a good ghost video, like skeptics are like, I don't know if that's real or not. That looked pretty legit. Like even the Bigfoot videos, like that last one looks legit. It's just me, I don't believe in Bigfoot per se. I don't know. I need to see more. Like, show me a body of one, like a deceased one, or show me one that has kids. All we've seen is the full-size one. They're obviously, if they're real, they're coming from somewhere, but yet we've never seen adolescent version of Bigfoot. I don't know. There's just too much in between. But anyway, for now, that's it. That's all. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you again real soon. I'm going to try to keep up on the ghost videos going forward. I think what I truly want to do is I want to do at least one a week. That's the goal. Later.